We recently returned to the Mercatino in Barolo. We previously visited there over the summer on our Lake Viverone thrifting itinerary, which I'll link down below. I wasn't on the hunt for anything specific. However, since it is mid-November, and yes, Christmas comes early in northern Italy too. The holiday commercials started a while ago, shops have put out their Christmas displays, and towns are getting festive with lights and decorations. It got me thinking, have you ever thrifted gifts for anyone? A good friend of mine and I have always exchanged thrifted presents, and more recently, I've begun to incorporate secondhand elements into others' gifts as well. So, this thrift-mas, let's have a look around with an eye to pieces that I would love to give or receive this holiday season, along with some ideas for how I would style them and present them. I remember these painted wooden candlesticks from last time, and they're still here. I thought they're really beautiful, but wouldn't it be nice to give someone a gift of vintage candlesticks with maybe some taper candles as well so that they can start using them right away? This piece of Deruta ceramics has a spout, so maybe this is something that you could give with a nice bottle of olive oil. All of these pictures and carafes and hand-painted pieces would be lovely with maybe a vintage linen tea towel or some uh, cloth napkins, either wrapped around or maybe tucked inside. I think this one would be perfect with some wooden spoons inside. I didn't get great video of this ceramic box, but I think it would be really nice for storing earrings or other pieces of jewelry. The tag on this one even says it's for holding candy, and what a beautiful presentation that would be. I don't know about Christmas, but I've heard that some people gift horseshoes to newly married couples for good luck. La Befana is a traditional Italian folklore figure who visits children on the night before January 6th, or Epifania. She's usually described as an old woman riding a broomstick, wearing a shawl, and carrying a big bag of gifts. Like Santa Claus, she leaves sweets and small presents for children who have been good, and coal, often candy coal, for those who have misbehaved. According to legend, the three wise men invited her to join them on her journey to visit the baby Jesus, but she declined because she was too busy cleaning. Ever since, she travels each year searching for the Christ child, leaving gifts for other children along the way. I see vintage tins all the time in secondhand stores, and wouldn't they be a cool alternative to gift bags? I mean, you could put anything in them, coffee or tea, or maybe even like tickets to some event. I think any cat lover would be thrilled to receive this piece from Swedish glass designer Mats Jonasson. I seriously considered buying this beautiful piece of Capodimonte porcelain for my good friend who leads wild orchid walks in our town. And do not, I repeat, do not buy this for anyone because it's terrifying. I would be very happy if someone gifted me this vintage oil lamp. Or maybe this copper carafe, which I would probably use for dried flowers. And I suppose you can't go wrong with the gift of a vintage, well, maybe you could, but I just think there's nothing more Italian than having wine for sale in the secondhand store. Later, we headed to nearby Ivrea, a town most known for a famous carnival event called the Battle of the Oranges, where teams of arancieri on foot face off against masked lords riding in horse-drawn carts, and instead of weapons, they throw oranges. The tradition transforms the town into a dramatic, good-natured mock battle, symbolizing a popular uprising against tyranny. Over 3 days, the streets fill with flying fruit, colorful costumes, music, and crowds, creating one of Italy's most unique and energetic carnival celebrations. Here in Ivrea, and I've noticed in some other towns as well, they will often set up ice skating rinks during the holiday season in one of the main piazzas. And I just think that sounds like such a fun, kind of old fashioned way to spend an evening during this time of year. inside the cathedral in Ivrea, and behind the main altar is this area where there are remnants of frescoes, which I assume are quite old. I will try to find out. Here's the entrance to the crypt, which